Hey guys, welcome to another reviewing video. So today we're going to be reviewing 4 eyeshadow palettes that both of us rate the same, and these are our favorite palettes, and we will be talking about why they're favorite palettes. And without wasting any time, let's get into it.
The first palette that I'm going to review is Pretty Rich by Too Faced. It's a diamond light eyeshadow palette. It has 16 shades. It has matte, glitter, shimmer, opaque, translucent, all kind of shades. And I love this palette for the reason it's if I'm traveling, if I'm going for a wedding, I just need to carry this palette. I don't need to carry any extra glitters, and that does wonders on my eyes.
So for me as well, this palette is super cool, and it's got like more neutrals, and it's got a few like pink and a blue here and like shimmery shades that I like to use. The only drawback I feel this palette has is that the glitters sometimes they don't get on really well, and I just feel like they look kind of not too they look a little bit too chunky. So that's one drawback in this palette, but other than that, it's one of our favorites.
This Pretty Rich palette is priced at 4,500 and it's available on Nykaa, so it's very easy for all of us to order.
The next palette is the Urban Decay Born to Run palette. Like the cover shows, you're born to run, so it's a travel kit and it's got 21 shades. These shades are matte and shimmer, so this palette doesn't have any glitter. Super convenient for daily wear makeup, for when you're traveling. And what I like about this palette is that I've owned this palette for more than 2 years, and the pigmentation is not lost, and the powder is really good. It's like powder to creamy, and it has a lot of different colors, so you can kind of play around with your looks. So this for me personally has zero drawbacks.
I started using this palette on recommendation by Shivangi, and this palette definitely has a good variety of colors, and I like some of their matte colors, but when it comes to metallics, I feel that it lacks the luster of the metallic color that I would like on my eyes. And the black here is not as good as I would prefer. Otherwise, I just love the nudes, I love their oranges and even their greens. It's a good palette though, but the drawback is the metallic and the black.
As awesome as the palette is, it's not very easily available in India. On the official website, they're priced at 49 USD plus shipping. And if you get it from a website within India, it costs somewhere between 3,000 to 4,000 depending. So it's not a solid price. So it's not ideal if you're not a makeup junkie.
So the next palette we are going to review is from Viseart. This is basically Addict, and this palette, as you can see, has a lot of variety of colors. The best part about this palette is that it has mattes, it has metallics, and the payoff is really good, and the metallics can be used wet and dry. And what I love about the palette is that it has a lot of variety of colors. You know, it has pinks, it has purples, it has nudes. So you really don't have to invest in too many palettes. Now the drawback about this palette, it does not have blacks and dark browns. So you may have to invest in another one for the smoky look.
So for me as well, she said everything I needed to say. So the palette is really nice, very bright, very colorful, and it's got this really nice white matte. And would highly recommend this palette if you like bright colors.
This palette by Viseart, basically Addict, is priced at 5,100 and it is available on their official website, and they also deliver to India.
The next one is obviously super popular. This one is from Huda Beauty, the new nude palette. And this has a lot of shades that I personally use, along with, they have 18 shades overall, and they've got a fair amount of mattes, and they've got 2 pressed glitters, and then they've got 4 reflective metallics. So what the reflective metallics basically are, that's why I love this palette. It's like the gold has a little bit of green in it, or the pink has a little bit of orange in it, so you get like this 2-shade reflection, which is super cool. And obviously this is really useful because it's got like nude shades, so you can wear this on a daily, you can wear this to a party, and there's a lot you can do with it as well.
Amongst all the Huda palettes, this is the palette that I use the most, and because the colors I can use personally, I can use them on my brides, and the payoff is pretty good. But what I don't like about this palette is the glitters. They are pretty useless because they just don't come across on the eyes at all. The metallics are nice, but more for personal use. And she has also given a concealer, which is actually not of any use as such. But the colors, the matte colors are really awesome. So if you're looking to buy a Huda palette, this is of course one of the best.
So this palette is priced at 5,375 rupees, which I think is overpriced for the quality or the product, and because not everyone ends up using so many metallics and glitters, this may not be the investment you want to do, even though there's a lot of hype.
So these are the 4 palettes that we have reviewed: Viseart, Pretty Rich by Too Faced, Urban Decay, Born to Run, and the nude palette by Huda. So basically all these palettes are pretty useful, and we have told you the pros and cons and the prices, so you can decide as to which one is for you, and you can buy the palette according to your taste, according to your budget. And I'm sure it will be very helpful because we have actually suggested you as to what will go according to your likes.
So hope you enjoyed that and was helpful. For more reviews, you can like, subscribe and share this video. You can also follow us on Instagram and Facebook.